The fact that the Toronto Blue Jays are even being mentioned in conversations involving Alex Bregman tells you something important about where this organization is right now. This isn't casual interest. This isn't background noise. This is a signal, a very clear one, that the Blue Jays are operating with aggression, urgency, and intent. When a front office engages in talks around a player of Bregman's caliber, it means they're no longer content with incremental upgrades. They're aiming for impact. And more importantly, they're willing to enter uncomfortable territory to get it. Let's break down why these talks matter, what Bregman represents as a player, and what this pursuit says about the Blue Jays' evolving philosophy. Why Alex Bregman is a statement target. Alex Bregman isn't just a good player. He's a tone setter. He brings postseason pedigree, elite baseball IQ, plate discipline, and leadership that's been forged in October environments year after year. This is a player who has thrived under pressure, anchored a championship-caliber infield, delivered in high-leverage postseason moments, maintained elite on-base skills deep into his career. When you talk about Bregman, you're talking about more than WR or OPS. You're talking about competitive edge, about a player who changes how a clubhouse operates and how opposing teams prepare. The Blue Jays being connected to him tells us they're not just looking to improve, they're looking to elevate. Why Toronto is making this kind of push now? Timing matters in baseball, and Toronto's timing is deliberate. This roster is at a crossroads. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette are in their prime years. The pitching staff has been reshaped. The window is open, but windows don't stay open forever. Toronto knows this. That's why the front office is moving aggressively, exploring options that go beyond safe additions. Bregman represents certainty. He represents postseason reliability. He represents a player who doesn't shrink when expectations rise. And that's exactly what the Blue Jays have been missing when the games matter most. How Bregman would fit in Toronto. From a baseball standpoint, the fit is obvious. Bregman gives you a true everyday third baseman, an elite on-base presence near the top or middle of the lineup, a right-handed bat with power and discipline, Gold Glove caliber instincts at the hot corner. Slot him into Toronto's lineup, and everything changes structurally. Pitchers can't navigate around Guerrero as easily. Lineups lengthen. At-bats become tougher. Run production becomes more sustainable. But more than that, Bregman brings a level of professional expectation. He's played in environments where winning is mandatory, not optional. That culture matters. What these talks say about the front office. This is the most important takeaway. The Blue Jays engaging in Bregman talks shows that this front office is willing to challenge division rivals, comfortable spending real capital, financial or prospect-based, focused on winning now, not just staying competitive, aware that star power still matters in October. For years, Toronto has been aggressive in theory, but conservative in execution. These talks suggest that balance is shifting. The Jays are no longer waiting for the perfect scenario. They're creating one. That's a major philosophical shift. The risk and why Toronto accepts it. Any move involving a veteran star comes with risk. Age curves exist. Contracts get heavy. Expectations rise. But the Blue Jays understand something critical. Standing still is its own risk. They've seen what happens when rosters stagnate. The experienced postseason exits where experience and composure made the difference. Bregman reduces uncertainty. He doesn't eliminate risk, but he clarifies direction. And clarity is what contenders need most. Divisional implications. Let's not ignore the AL East angle. Targeting a player of Bregman's stature sends a message to the rest of the division. Toronto isn't backing down. They're not afraid to swing big. They're not intimidated by reputations or payrolls. That matters, not just on paper, but psychologically. Contenders feel pressure when rivals act boldly. Final analyst take. Alex Bregman talks aren't just about one player. They underline something far bigger. The Toronto Blue Jays are done operating cautiously. They're acting like a team that understands its window. They're acting like a team that wants accountability. They're acting like a team that wants October to feel different. Whether or not a deal ever materializes, the message is already clear. The Blue Jays are pushing. They're willing to engage at the top of the market, and they're no longer satisfied with being close. In baseball, aggression doesn't guarantee success, but passivity almost guarantees regret. Right now, the Blue Jays are choosing aggression, and that alone changes how the league views them.